Hi there, welcome back to my channel. Greetings from Zanzibar. Oh my god, I'm so excited. We arrived here 2 days ago with my mother. We're currently residing in Michami Beach Resort, and that's why this video is coming a bit late. I don't even know when it will air. It might air on Sunday, but I'm going to work around the clock to ensure that it gets to you very soon. So last week we talked about tourism product development. We defined the tourism product, looked at the characteristics. So this week, as I had promised, we're going to look at the stages through which we develop a tourism product. Then we're going to look at the tourism product life cycle. I'm very passionate about this topic, and I hope you're excited too as much as I am. And as I enjoy this amazing vacation with my mother, let's share. Yes, so before we go any further, my name is Lynett. If it's your first time to my channel, you're welcome to this amazing channel. It's a tourism channel where I talk about tourism, my experience, my knowledge, and we share. We share ideas and concepts, mainly tourism marketing. So if you've not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel right down there, and then follow me on Instagram here so that we can get chatting. You can inbox me, share with me your ideas, your concepts, everything. Yes. So as I say, today we're going to look at stages in tourism product development, and what are we going to look at next? We're going to look at the tourism product life cycle of Butler. I'm going to use Butler's theory because it has been used over the world. In over 30 countries, it has been used as a case study and proven to have great success. So I think I'll go with that for now. Yes, so Zanzibar is amazing. I'm even finding it hard to focus, but let's focus. So let's look at the 8 phases or stages which are passed through when you're developing tourism products. And then if the people on my channel who have developed a tourism product, what methods have you used? Because I'm going to give you my methods that I know, the 8 methods, the standard methods, but then I know you can jumble them around. It's not like casting stone. It's not that you have to do this, and this. You can play around with them as long as they fit your demands as a person, your company. Amazing. Please go ahead and do them. So the first step is idea generation. Before you develop a tourism product, you have to sit down with your team. Idea generation is the same as brainstorming. Where you use the SWOT analysis. You look at the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats available. If you're going to develop, let's use an example of a culture site. As we're in Zanzibar, then you're going to develop a culture site where all tourists who come to Zanzibar get to know about the culture, the Swahili culture, they taste the Swahili cuisines, everything. So maybe that's one of the ideas that you have generated. Maybe you say you're going to have a culture site, or you're going to have a resort, or you're going to have a nightclub, or you're going to have a museum. Like in Stone Town, there are many museums. So if those are the ideas that you've generated with your team, the second step that you have to look at after idea generation and looking at the SWOT analysis of those different ideas, we do the idea screening, which is very important because usually in the idea screening, here you see, is this viable? Is it possible to actually have a culture site in Zanzibar? Because there are different cultures. Which culture will you be exhibiting? This is where we poke holes in those different ideas that we have generated in level 1. Who the customers that we want be interested in this product? Who are the target markets? What's the size? What's the forecasted size of demand? We're like, maybe if we're going to do this product, then it's going to be this much. If we're going to have a museum, it's going to attract this much number of people per year because it's highly demanded for. What's the current expected competitive pressure? Are there some people around who already have the museums? Are there people in some areas of Zanzibar who already have the culture sites that we want to set up? Maybe in Michami, where I'm currently. So you look at the idea and you poke holes in it. You're like, okay, we want to have a culture site. How much will it cost? Who will it attract? Where shall we situate it? What culture shall we be selling? What quality? All those things are looked at in the idea screening. Then we have the concept development and testing. So instead you look at the concept development and testing. Here we go further into the different products that we want to develop. We look further into them. What are the intellectual properties or issues of this particular product? How will the consumers react to the product that we want to bring into place. If we want to open up a beach, this has been proven to have market because across the coast there are several beaches. So this might have a stronger competitive pressure in terms of the already existing beaches. Or if we want to have a museum, where can we situate it? Are we going to put it in Stone Town? Because in Stone Town there are numerous museums there already. Then the town is tight and stuffy. But what about if you bring the museum in Michami, where the different resorts and clients can come from their different resorts and still get to consume the product? You look at all those different things. What will it cost to produce the product? What's the expected number of clients for the product at given times? Because tourism, as we said, is a seasonal business. So you have to know, if I'm setting up a museum or a culture site or whatever it is that you're developing as a tourism product, how will it be working during different times of the year? So that's the third stage. Then the fourth stage, here we look at the business and product analysis. Here you look at the expected sales. You're going to open up a museum, because when you're planning for a product, you look at all those different things: expected sales, expected profits, expected number of clients. So here you look at the expected sales in relation to the competition around. You're going to open up a museum in Michami. How many museums are in Zanzibar? First question. How many clients do they get per day? What marketing techniques do they use? How much will it cost you to market to your clients? The flyers, the exhibitions, all those things, you have to look at them. You do the beta testing. The beta testing we're going to look at is also a step on its own. And market testing, where you get clients, and we're going to look at that one. Then you look at the estimated profit and break-even point. If I open up a museum in Michami, let's say in Zanzibar, how much do I expect to get at the end of the month? How much do I need to just break even, to just continue running, to employ my staff, to keep the lights on and the doors open? How much? You have to look at all those things when you're carrying out planning in terms of development of a tourism product. Then the fifth step that you look at you conduct focus group interviews with different clients. Here you can get clients from any area. You can even get domestic clients or tour operators. You bring them to your property, you let them consume your product. If it's a culture tour, you let them consume the culture tour. Then you sit down and interview them. Did they like the product? What did they feel was missing in the product? What do they feel should be added in the product? How did they see? Is there something missing? Is there something that clients would like that you have not yet put in the product? So you look at all those different nitty-gritties that are very important for tourism product development, or for tourism product growth, or tourism in general, and then they give you all those details. Then we carry out a beta testing. Then we look at the beta testing and the market testing. Here we look at the other factors that are important in the running of a tourism product. Who will sell this product on your behalf? If you're opening up a museum in Michami, let's say, example, we're going to have to talk to the people who have resorts around, and we have over 30 resorts just in Michami alone. So you talk to the people who have resorts to market your museum or your culture site to their clients. Those are the people who are going to sell your product for you. How much money will you need to actually establish the museum or the culture site? How much money will you need for the first few months before people get to know your place, before it starts bringing in money? How much money will you need to just bring it up, bring it from ground to a starting level before it even starts to get, just like the level for attracting clients? How much will you need to just put the roof on? How much resources will you need, like in terms of labor, in terms of knowledge, if it's a museum, in terms of resources, if it's a site, in terms of land, in terms of infrastructure, marketing materials, flyers, brochures, content, all these things. How much will you need? So you get all these things through beta testing and marketing testing. Yes. Then we look at the product review and monitoring. This is a very crucial step in tourism product development, because this is almost a do or die step, and it's a continuous stage where we carry out product review and monitoring. Still here, this one includes the assumptions, where you look at what if this happens. If you open up a resort, what if it rains and floods? Because on the ocean, the water tides are they fluctuate every hour, literally. You come 1 minute, the water tides are low, then after 3 hours, they're high. And you're like, what happened? So here you look at the what ifs concept. Here you look at the new product pricing. What price are you selling your product? Will the price affect the consumers? Will the consumers find value for your product? Remember, in tourism, you're selling a service. So it's tricky to price. You can't just say, maybe I've put in this much amount, this much sugar, this much salt, this much flour, so I'm going to cost this much. No, it's a service. It's, have I talked good enough? Have I made the clients feel happy enough? Have I showed them around enough? Have I made whatever I'm selling worth it, like in terms of how I'm packaging it, in terms of how I'm selling it? You look at all those things to determine the price. So all that is done during product review and monitoring, which is a continuous process during the development of a tourism product. And the last stage that we look at is launching of the product. Finally, you have gone through all these stages. You feel a culture site in Michami will be the best idea. What are we going to do? You launch the product. Usually when products are being launched, people have a media outrage, and they go to the different expos and exhibitions. They call to operators to come for a farm trip to experience the product, so they can give more reviews and feedback, but also so they can go out and market the product. Which are passed through when you're carrying out tourism product development. Now we're going to look at the tourism product life cycle. I'm going to give you the one for